this is DJS and welcome to week 4 of PBA Season 2. So this week we are up again to Lischus and his team, the Philadelphia Unknows. So Lischus team has Landorus, the Rotom Wash, Greninja, the Gothitelle, the Fortress, the Hariyama, the Chandelures, the Among Us, the Dashburn, the Clough, the Altaria and the Unown. So first of all, he has our Lando counterpart, the Landorus. That thing, as always, is very hard to switch into, and now it also gets nasty pot. But fortunately, it does not have rock polish anymore, so that's one great thing. But anyways, it's still a very huge problem. And then he also has the Greninja, which also is very hard for my team to switch in. So yeah, so basically those two mons offensively like tear my team apart, and he also has that annoying Gothitelle that can like trap my checks to help in the sweep of like a Grain or a Lando. Besides that, I do think he's gonna bring those three, and besides that, Rotom Wash handles my teams defensively pretty well. So does Fortress, but I do have a Sliter which like almost negates most of Fortress, so I have no idea if he brings or not. He also brings the Among Us quite a lot, so I might see the Among Us also coming, cause like yeah, I do have a Azu and a Skeletor and a Sneasel, both of which is Azu Among Us can handle pretty well. So yeah, he definitely I think brings the top 4, and besides that I probably the Among Us and maybe like Fortress, and if not Fortress maybe the Dashburn or something. Yeah, that's more of what I expect. I don't expect like the Hariyama or the Chandelures, because the Grando more or less invalidates both of them. And yeah, so now let's see what team we are gonna bring. Okay, so the first mon that we are gonna bring this week is the Azumarill. So Belly-Drum Azu actually goes pretty hard against his team, and like there are like good amount of opportunities for me to set up a Belly-Drum in front of his team. So yeah, I'm just going for the Belly-Drum Azu, and I'm running Aqua Jet Ice Spinner Liquidation as my coverage. So this doesn't cover Rotom or the Grain, but I do have other plans for those mons. So yeah, this is probably gonna be like a late game thing, so I can just bring it in on office was and get a Belly-Drum off and pick stuff off with Aqua Jet. The only thing that doesn't get OHKO'd by Aqua Jet after Belly-Drum is the Rotom, which as I said I do have other plans to deal with, and the Among Us, and for that we have the Ice Spinner. I have Liquidation over Player Up mainly because if like the Fortress, I don't think Player Up or Aqua Jet will OHKO Fortress even after Belly-Drum, but Liquidation will. So yeah, so that's our fourth move. We are Terra Water just for the extra boost on our water type moves. And the next mon is our second mon that's gonna break through, and it's the Regidrago. So this week we are running a physically offensive Dragon Dance Regidrago. So his fairy type is the Dashburn, which I don't know if it comes or not, but even if does, we are Terra Steel, so we can just Terra Blast it after a Dragon Dance or 2 Terra Blast should OHKO the Dashburn. And we have Fire Fang for the Fortress. Besides that, Dragon Claw should just like after 1 or 2 Dragon Dance, it should like deal with most of his team. So this is gonna be our Rotom bait. I think if he sees it's physical Regidrago, he probably gonna switch in Rotom most likely, and that's why he got the Lamberry. So the Rotom is probably faster than us, but with Lamberry we can actually set up like 1 or 2 Dragon Dance in front of us if it tries to we spot Thunder Wavers. So yeah, and if the Rotom goes down, then Azu will be free to pick off most of his team after a belly drum. So yeah, this two is gonna be like, I'm trying to use like these two together to like break through most of his team. And then we have some of our defensive backbone, first starting with the Landorus. So Landorus Therian is actually pretty good against Landorus Incarnate, because yeah, his main move is Earth Power, which we are definitely neutral against, and I am a good amount of physical investment in physical defense. So special defense. So like Psychic, which is probably second best move to hit me, is not gonna do a lot to us, and we have Protect and Leftovers to get some health back. So Earthquake is just gonna be a stab. U-turn is for momentum, because like if he wants to trap us with Goth, we can just U-turn out, and Rock Tomb is just to slow down the Landorus, and so we can get some more rock damage off. And the other reason for Rock Tomb is like he might be like a Scarf Goth to trap us, like a Terra Water or Terra Ice Goth to trap Landorus, so his Landorus can like break through my team. So that's why I have Rock Tomb and U-turn. If he is not Terra, if he's like not Terra Ice, Terra Water, Terra Blast won't OHKO me. Terra Ice probably will if it's like highly invested. So we are faster than Goth, so if Goth just switch in, we can just Rock Tomb and lower his speed so it gets slower than us, and then we can U-turn out on the Goth to save our Landorus. So yeah, that's the other reason I have Rock Tomb on Lando. Next up we have Sarina. So this Sarina is mainly here to deal with the Grain, because Grain can run like Battle Bond over like Protean. So if it's Battle Bond and gets a boost somehow, then it will also tear apart like through my whole team. So that's why we have Yachiberry, because if it's Battle Bond, I don't think it is gonna run Gang Shot. It's gonna run Ice Beam, a Water move, and maybe a Dark move, and maybe Extrasensory for Sneasler. So we have the Yachiberry, so we can take one Ice Beam even if it's like +1, and then we can OHKO it with Power Whip. Besides that, we got Rapid Spin, since yeah, he has a 4 address which can stack spikes on us, and U-turn is just for the pivoting, and Synthesis is to heal us back. Next up we have Cleavor. So this is probably gonna be a lead. I don't think he runs a Scarf Grain, so this is probably trying to bait something out. If he hits it Grain, we just gonna U-turn out and see what he tries to hit with, and like it's just like some sort of speed control in front of his team. So U-turn is there just for the momentum. Stone Axe and X Scissor are our sharpness boosted stabs, which should do pretty good against his team. And last move, I actually don't need a fourth move, but like Aerial Ace is, I think it gets sharpness boost, and the only thing that resists our stabs are the Hariyama. So yeah, Aerial Ace should be pretty good against that thing. And our final one is the Sneasler. So this is also gonna help us break through the team to help something like Azu and Regidrago. So after a Source Dance, we should like do huge damage to like most of his team. Close Combat and Dark, even if like the things that resist like the Landorus should get like take huge damage from Close Combat at +2. And third move, and we are White Earth, so after Close Combat we will get the White Earth proc, and we will be faster than his whole team, even like a +1 Grain if it's Battle Bond boosted. I can run Acrobatics for the Lando and the Among Us, but I have instead decided to run Taunt, because Taunt will stop the Rotom from trying to wisp or T-wave us, because Rotom, if it's defensive, it don't do a whole lot of damage to us and we can try and set up in front of it. But if it's Wheel or T-wave, then yeah, that thing will cripple or sneezer. So I have taunt, so I can taunt the Rotom and then I can set a Source Dance in front of it and then start going for close combat, which will make us faster than his whole team. So yeah, so this is gonna be the team that I am running this week. Now I'll head on to the battle. Okay, so we have connected with Lischus and he has decided to bring the Among Us, the Greninja, the Landorus Incarnate, the Gothitelle, the Cloth and the Ceruledge. So he has not brought the Rotom Wash, which is very great for us. He instead brought the Cloth. I guess it's just to set the rocks. He probably didn't like the Fortress matchup, so he decided to go with the Cloth. And he also brought the Ceruledge, which I thought wasn't very good against my team. I guess he wants a better matchup against Sarina, because that thing does wow Sarina pretty well and also blocks it from spinning. So as we said, we are just gonna lead with our Scarfed Cleaver and U-turn out. He probably leads with his Scarf, but we'll see. He also hasn't brought the Dash Punch, so Dragon Claw spam is actually pretty free against his team. So after Dragon Dance, Regidrago should be in a very good position to like cleave through his team, unless he's like Scarf Gren. So yeah, let's see what he leads with. Probably leading with the Cloth, if I'm correct, or maybe the Gren does get spikes, but I don't think he brings spikes Gren this game. So it's out Connie, which is actually the Cloth, and we go with our Cleaver. So this thing is definitely setting rocks, or it might just knock off, but yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn and go out to Lando, cause like yeah, I don't think it has a way to touch Lando, and Intimidate will cripple this thing more. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting a Stealth Rock turn 1, which is fine because my team is not very weak to rocks, so I don't mind rocks that much, as long it's not like 2-3 layers of spikes or T-spikes. Go for the U-turn. That does around a solid 30%. I haven't done any Cloth calcs unfortunately, so I cannot say how much defense investment this thing has, but it definitely probably is max HP. So we get the Intimidate off and ETI just goes for the rocks, so that's fine. Unfortunately we do not have our own rocks, so we have to U-turn. I don't think it stays in. I mean, it might stay in expecting us to click rocks, but yeah, we don't. So yeah, we're just gonna U-turn out. He's taking his time. Might just go for the knockoff. Yeah, he does stay in, so he probably is gonna go for the knockoff. And now I have to decide whose item I want to get rid of, cause like yeah, most of these I do need. Actually the best one to use was the Landos, and I can't switch Lando back in. I guess I just get rid of the Scarf, since I do think I will have other ways to deal with the Gren. Yeah, we do take rocks cheap, and he just goes for the knockoff. get rid of our Scarf, but that's fine. So now we can just Stone Axe and set rocks on his side of the field because he does not have removal. So yeah, this rocks is gonna stay up for the whole games. This thing is regen, so it will get some health back. So yeah, he does switch out. Go back to he goes into Dr. Mario, which is the Among Us. So yeah, that does a decent chunk, and we do get up the rocks. So yeah, I do have their ELS, so I will just go for their ELS. I mean, Exizor and these are the same power. I don't think it will knock this thing out, and it's not helmet, so that's fine. And if it goes for the sport, that's best card. I don't mind this thing getting put into sip. So yeah, he just go for the sport, which is fine. That means like something like Landorus or one of other mons won't go to sip. So he's definitely gonna go for the Giga Drain here, I think. So I'm just gonna switch in Serena. I don't think he goes for the Surge Bomb. Yeah, he goes for the Giga Drain, which dies, yeah, 0. So I cannot spin, unfortunately, because yeah, the Serolage is definitely coming in. So I'm just gonna get out of here. Yeah, he withdraws Among Us. Show me the Serolage. Sensor King. That definitely, yeah, that's the Serolage. And it didn't take rocks damage to his boots, so that's good to know. So now I think I can go to Regidrago very freely, because I don't think he has anything to do good huge damage to us without something like Band. And after I pass one Dragon, cause definitely gonna kill. So I'm just gonna go Dragon Dance, even if we do have our berry left. Yeah, he just goes for the Shadow Claw, which is not a 2-hit KO. So we go get the Dragon Dance up. So if we can get another one up, we definitely just sweep, but he might have Shadow Sneak. So a Shadow Claw into Shadow Sneak, I think, will KO us. So I guess I cannot afford to go for another Dragon Dance. So I have to go for the Dragon Claw. If this thing is not highly physically invested, this Dragon Claw should just pick it up. Yeah, and Among Us is very low, so I don't think he can afford to switch in Among Us also. Yeah, I mean, technically, if it's Scarf Grain, he might just can bring that thing in, but yeah, Dragon Claw does KO, so there goes Cerulege. Yeah, so if he's Scarf Grain, he definitely switches it in now, and he's definitely clicking Ice Beam, but we are Terra Steel, so if he brings in Grain, we are just gonna Terra and go for another Dragon Dance. So he sends out Celeste, which is the Goth. Okay, so I think Goth might be one hit if it's +1, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Claw, so it's fake out for some reason. Well, that's fine. And it's FT, so it's some sort of defensive Goth, I guess, to stall. I have no idea what for the fake out. Maybe just it's like a one rifle sneezer or something, but yeah. He did not Terra, so I'm hoping he's not Fairy Terra. I mean, I don't think it makes sense to Fairy Terra in front of a Sneezer, but yeah, it's just short of a KO. And he goes for the Trick Room. That is interesting. I mean, I don't think Psychic any move KOs us, so I'll just KO this thing and then see what happens later on, but I don't know why he went for the Trick Room again. Yeah. The Psychic doesn't KO us, but this Dragon Claw is definitely gonna KO the God. So yeah, there goes God. So Reggie Draco got 2 KOs. That's alright, I guess. So his best switching probably now is the Among Us or the Curve, because he can knock me out and then get out and regen some health back. I'll probably just sack this thing, because yeah, I don't think it leaves rocks anymore. I mean, you can keep it as a sack, but yeah, it's probably just best to sack and get rid of one more turn of Trick Room. Yeah, he brings the Among Us back, takes some rocks damage. Yeah, he's definitely gonna go for the Surge Bomb. I mean, I could Terra Steel, but yeah, I don't think I will waste my Terra on this anymore, because like whatever comes in is gonna knock me out. So Terra Water Azu is probably gonna better. Yeah, he just goes for the Surge Bomb and knocks us out. Do I go into Sneezer here? I guess I just go to Sneezer. So he has Spore, Surge Bomb, and Giga Drain. So I'll just try to get a SD off, because if I can CC next turn, I will get my White Herb, and from there actually the Trick Room mood ends, so it's gonna be faster than everything and probably get some KOs with this thing. He might just switch out, but anyways, let's see. Yeah, he just switched out. What does he go into? He sends out Glove. Yeah, I should have just probably went for something like a Dire Claw. So EQ might just OKO us, so I guess we have to go to Lando and get an intermediate on this thing again. Hopefully it doesn't knock off and just goes for the EQ. He just goes for the knockoff. I could have just HD'd again, and then from there CC would have killed everything, but yeah. Lando, I expect the Land Y to switch in, I guess, so I'm just gonna Rock Tomb. He just stays in. I mean, he won't do good damage to us anyway, he just goes for the knockoff again. Yeah, he's not gonna switch thing, he's out, so I'm just gonna KO this thing with EQ now. Yeah, he just stays in and let this thing goes. I guess its only purpose was to set rocks, so when it did, its usefulness went away. So now he's gonna probably switch in the crane or the Lando. If he goes in the crane, we'll hard switch into Serena. And if he is the Lando, I have to guess Rock Tomb, because I have no idea what moves it's gonna hit, and I don't think it kills us in one hit at this range by any move anyways. Sends out Nan, which is the Landorus, so yeah. So finally we have the Landorus show off, so yeah. I'm just gonna Rock Tomb and get some chip on this thing, so like guess CC or Dark Oak from Sneezer can kill this thing. So he goes for the smackdown. I guess that's his way to deal with the Lando, and he can Earth Power me next turn, and we do hit the Rock Tomb and get the speed drop. So I'm just gonna go for the Rock Tomb again, because this one will put I think it in Sneezer range. We might get KO'd, but yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I'm just clicking Rock Tomb again. Yeah, we do connect again, and yeah, I think it's like 35-40% left, and close combat should KO from this range, if unless it's like a good amount of bulk investment. But we do go down to Earth Power here. So I think I'm just gonna go into Azu and knock this thing out with the Aquajet. I'm not gonna try and build him. He might just decide to stay in and set, cause like he might expect something like a belly drum. So yeah, I'm just gonna Terra Water, cause I do have already lost my other Terramon, and go for the Aquajet and knock the Lando out. Yeah, he lets this thing go down, so Lando goes down. So now he probably just goes back into the Among Us. Yeah, it goes back into the Among Us. So I don't think Ice Spinner kills from this range. So I guess my best bet into switching Sneezer, because he's either going for grass or poison grass type move, I guess, and yeah, we do resist both of his stab, and we can stay in front of it. Yeah, it goes for the Giga Drain, which doesn't do a lot to us. So I think I'll just go for the close combat now and get my White Herb, so that I can outspeed the Gren from here. Yeah, that does a decent amount on defense and speed fail, but the White Herb is gonna restore both, and I think he has the Stomping Tantrum. I thought he was gonna have this for the, but yeah, Dark Claw will just kill it now. I think it will, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Dark Claw now. That will put, even if it doesn't, it will put it in range of Azu's Ice Spinner. And we do have Varsarina quite healthy for the Crane in the back. And I also don't think the Crane has anything super effective for the Azu anymore, so the Azu should be also able to give some hits. Okay, he withdraws, so that's great, cause like yeah, the Granger is gonna just go down now. Yeah, that's almost killed, but yeah, this one definitely will. Yeah, so this Dark, well, he got a crit, like not that it mattered, but yeah, Crane goes down. So I guess his biggest threat couldn't even like fire off a move against us, but yeah. So some Stomping Tantrum will kill us here, so I guess I'm just gonna go for the Dark Claw and put this thing in a low range for Azu to pick it up. Yeah, that doesn't kill, and he goes for the Stomping Tantrum, which does kill us. So Sneezer goes down, and now I can just go into Azu and Quick Ice Spinner. Okay, so yeah, Ice Spinner should definitely KO the Among Us from this range. Yeah, I guess I never knew the item of this thing. It probably was the Covert Cloak. I guess that's what Sneezer helps, because it forces the Covert Cloak on a lot of defensive mon and they can run items like Rocky Helmet. But yeah, Among Us goes down and we do get a 3-0 win. So that's gonna be all for week 3. We will be back next week. Bye.